I want to be known as the dad comedian. That's going to be my new goal.
Okay.
I got a lot of great dad stories in my act over the years. I love talking about my dad, and I want to get other comedians to talk about their dad. You got any classic dad stories?
Well, I was thinking about that a little bit, and I mean, and when you're talking to Jon Reep about dad stories, I mean, it's like, who has anything that adds up? I mean,
Well,
I mean, I got nothing in compared to you, but
please.
I mean, you have the greatest dad stories of all time. I mean, my dad growing up, I mean, he's the type of guy. I mean, he would chew. He always chewed tobacco. And me and my stepbrothers would sit in the back of the truck, and we would set up on the toolbox, and he would spit out the window, and he would always get in somebody's hair. I mean, that's the kind of guy that my dad is. I mean, my dad's been married several times, and he met his fourth wife and current wife in Panama City Beach, and I was there. I was 14. And I remember my dad meeting her in the lobby.
Oh.
He found out that her room was going to be next to his. And he said, now listen, I'm going to be staying in a room right next to you. So don't be too loud. Don't be making a lot of racket, because I'll be in the room right next to yours. And then a little bit later that night, she came and knocked on the door and asked him, do you want to go for a walk?
What?
Yeah. And then they've been married for 20 years.
That is awesome. Wait,
Yeah,
so your stepmother, I guess, basically hit on your dad. I mean, he hit on her first in a nonchalant, sort of sweet way.
Yeah.
A little flirtation.
Yeah.
Don't be making any noise. But she made the first move.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
But this is the story I'd like to tell. I know those are two stories, but
No, that's fine. But now I'm curious: is your dad was he a good-looking dude?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this is what my dad likes to do. My dad likes to, in my room at his house, which is barely my room anymore, but he still kind of keeps some of the stuff. He has all my pictures from kindergarten through 12th grade hanging on the wall. And then he took the wallet-sized photo of himself and stuck inside the frame of his kindergarten through 12th grade.
Oh, nice.
And I mean, I hate to admit it, but there was a point, like when we're little kids, we look just alike.
Yep.
And there is a point where my dad's good looks really take quite a leap past mine. And it's a bit embarrassing because my dad looks 30 when he graduated high school, and I barely look my age now,
Right.
And yeah, I mean, he did pretty well, I think. I mean, he never could, keep it going very long, but he did pretty well with women.
Okay. Yeah, my dad was good looking too. He looked like Robert Redford. A lot of people used to tell him that. And real quick, and then it's your turn. I promise.
Yeah, no, I love this.
You know Shoney's restaurant?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. Well, everyone in the rest of the country might not know what a Shoney's is, but it's basically like a Bob's Big Boy. It's a family style sort of restaurant or whatever. We used to go to Shoney's.
Have a great breakfast buffet.
Yes. Every Sunday after church, we would all go to Shoney's and do the breakfast buffet. And I loved it. We're standing in line. My dad has been called Robert Redford for the last 3 years of his life or something. This old lady walks up to him and she's like probably 80, and she's nudging him. She goes, you know who you look like. And he just, his response was like, Robert Redford. And she goes, no, meathead. So then we called him Meathead for the rest of his life.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
but the dude from Archie Bunker, okay, I'm sorry.
I love
that made me think of that.
There's nothing like somebody saying something like, I know you from somewhere, and then you're like, well, I do comedy, and they're like, nah, that ain't it.
No, right. All right, what's your give me your dad's story, brother.
Well, my dad used to videotape everything. I got home videos for days that I could watch. I mean, so many. And my dad also had a pool, and one day we were out there vacuuming the pool, right? Mm-hmm. I almost thought of going for some kind of making up some similar story to yours, but then I changed my mind. But he's vacuuming the pool, and there's a big, he's got, he lives on a farm. There's 2 big ponds behind his house, and a lot of times we would get little frogs and stuff. And there is a giant bullfrog that has gotten in the pool, and you can see it swimming around. and it's going to die in no time because the chlorine, all that's going to kill it. So my dad's vacuuming, and what he tries to do is he wants to get the vacuum on the frog and just put enough suction on it to keep it on the hole, the frog, and then pull it out.
Yeah, he's just going to pick it up.
Yeah, but he sucks it up, and then all the way, a pool cleaning hose is like a real elastic hose. So all the way up, you can see the hose get fatter as the frog's coming up, and then he gets it up and then dumps it out, and the frog is dead, and its side has been busted, and it kills the frog, right? So it was sad. We all hated that it happened. But my dad used to film me on videotape, and he would film me up, because my parents are divorced. So he would just get kind of a video journal of me coming up. Mm-hmm. So we're standing there, and he would ask me about the weekend and what's going on. And we start talking about the frog, right? That just happened that weekend. And he's talking, and I didn't know about this video. I'm just watching it. And he's talking to me, and we start talking about the frog. And I go through that whole thing that I just went through with you, talking about how you could see it coming up the hole. And then he goes, and then it just hopped away. And I know that the frog died. You even see my face on the video be like,
why is Dad lying right now?
Yeah, I was like, You could hear, I had such a high-pitched voice as a kid. I was like, But it's like, I still don't understand why he's lying about it.
Yeah.
No one.
I don't understand unnecessary lying.
In 1989, this wasn't going on social media.
Right.
Nobody saw it but me.
Did you ever, have you talked to him since then? Dad, all right, why did you feel the need to lie about was he trying to be funny? You think it was just?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I feel like at this point, my dad would be like, no, it hopped away.
That's great. This is a great story, Dusty. I like the frog coming through the hose. It looks like a cartoon. You can see it coming through the hose.
Like that.
Wow. Right? If you want to watch the whole version, the entire episode, click on this little square right here. Or if you just want to subscribe and watch them later, click on that little bubble right there. And thank you.